Van Boorman, representing South Africa, our first athlete out, and he will be facing the local boy. Welcome, Andrei Nakarenko! Nakarenko and Boorman will face up in our first prelim match of the night. Two young men with a lot of aggression and a lot of desire. Who will rise? Boorman and Nakarenko start the show tomorrow night. Both men young, both men hungry. Only one can take away the victory here from East versus West 23. Thank you guys. We move to our next match, ladies and gentlemen, and this one will be in the men's 77 kilogram right arm. Welcome Alexei Zabrashvili of Georgia. Zabrashvili of Georgia. And welcome Artem Samson Ariapensky. Our athletes with a huge height disparity. Will there be that same disparity in power in top end? We will see. Men's 77 kilogram section here at East versus West, and this is our second match on the card in this stacked lineup at East versus West 23. Alexei and Artem will do battle on that right hand, and we move to our headliner in the prelim element of tomorrow night's competition, and what a match it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this man. He hails from and is representing Israel, Mayan Sharangas. Mayan Sharangas of Israel. This twitchy athlete is looking to make his name against the legend of EBW. He hails from and is proudly representing the great arm wrestling nation of Georgia. Raise it up for Zurab Tabaridze. Mayan Sharangas gets the call-out opportunity, and look at the forearms on Zurab Tabaridze. They look like cows' back legs. This man is an animal, unbelievably powerful, but can he handle the speed of the man from Israel? Mayan Sharangas, Zurab Tabaridze, our headliner on the prelim, and we punch our way into the main card, and it starts with a bang in the men's super heavyweight division on the right arm. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this man. He is a signature arm wrestler of his nation, representing Norway, Lars Robakan. Raw power, Lars Robakan of Norway, in the men's super heavyweight division, and he will face a man hailing from and representing South Africa. Raise it up and welcome Reckon Boorman. Reckon Boorman, the biggest we have ever seen him for this match. These guys wanted to get a room all week. They have been so very close, but there's a little bit of needle. It's like they've been married now for a few years, and it's starting to wear on them a little bit. Who comes out of this one with the win? Who gets their shot in the next stage of East versus West? Who will rise in the super heavyweight division? Lars Raw-Power Robakan? Or will it be our South African lion, Reckon Boorman? Ladies and gentlemen, left hand, ladies open division. I would like you to welcome a new star. She hails from and is representing Turkey. Raise it up for Azra Sari. And her opponent is one of the greatest female arm wrestlers of all time. She is a multiple national, European, and world champion. Welcome, Ekle Mekute. Lithuania is the home of Egla Lekute. This is a killer. She has dominated the ladies division for so very long. Will tomorrow be another notch for Lekute? Or will it be the night for the rising star, Azra Sari? We will find out tomorrow night. Ladies and gents, our next match is a world title eliminator in the men's 95-kilogram section to be contested on the left arm. Please welcome this man. Firstly, he hails and he's representing Ukraine. He is a legendary arm wrestler with multiple national, European and world titles, and his name is Rustam Babayev. Rustam Babayev has maxed out on the amount of muscle that you can pack onto a man of this frame size. He is a monster, and he has a very, very tough test, because the man who's rolled out the red carpet for his debut is a former EBW champion of the world. He hails from and is representing Georgia, raising up at Betkili Oniani. The legendary Rustam Babayev, Betkili Oniani. Look at the face of the Georgian. Sinister confidence in the stare of Betkili Oniani. The calm, collected champion, the smiling assassin in Rustam Babayev. Who takes the win here and who will get the title shot? We'll find out tomorrow night, and we move to our next match on the card, which will also be contested on the men's left hand in the 105-kilogram section. It's time to plug this thing into the mains and welcome the man who cannot be tamed. Ladies and gentlemen, the world horse, Matt Mars! And his opponent hails from and he's representing France, where he is the signature arm wrestler of his nation as a multiple and reigning French national champion. Raise it up for Americ Prelim! Americ Prelim gets the opportunity to raise his stock, to raise his profile, goes to shake hands, and Matt Mask wanted no part of it. On their arm they will face Mask and Prelim. There is a height difference. Is there a strength difference? Tomorrow night we find out the top roll versus the hook. Does size matter? Matt Mask and Americ Prelim. Canada versus France. And East versus West 23. Ladies and gentlemen, we can move back down the weight classes and to the ladies division in the under 60-kilogram division for the world title. Ladies and gentlemen, these are two exciting powerhouse athletes, and I'd like you to welcome firstly on stage this newcomer, making her debut in East versus West. Welcome, Melik Sahir. Powerhouse from Turkey, and Melik Sahir, and she will face this absolute savage, hailing from the land of the rising sun, raising up for Ayane Takanaka. Japan is the home of Takanaka, but her second home is the hook. And that's where she wants this match to go. It will be about the red line. Who has the power? Who wants it most in this world title matchup? Robert Baxter's excited about this one. You can see it is going to be a killer. Sahin and Takanaka. No blinks. No one wants to look away. And I'm sure you'll see more of that tomorrow night here. World title matchup on a night which is full and packed with world championship matches. Look at what these young ladies are working with. It will go down tomorrow. Takanaka with a little smile. Sahin the same. Who delivers? Thank you, ladies, and we move to the men's division one more time on the left hand. In the super heavyweight division, two athletes hailing from and representing the great arm wrestling nation of Kazakhstan. This is about East versus West progression, but he's also who is the king of Kazakhstan. Firstly, welcome this man. He is a world champion in the lighter divisions and will go for the super heavyweight progression tomorrow night. Welcome, Alishan Muratov. Alishan Muratov, Mr. Forearms. Look at the size of the forearms on Alishan. He is matched in that department by the man he will face. He also hails from Kazakhstan and was the former super heavyweight East versus West champion of the world. Welcome, Steel Morozov! Ladies and gentlemen, Erton Morozov of Kazakhstan. This man is an athlete. Every ounce of him is solid rock. And you can see just how big Steel Morozov really is. But the man who they call the Giant Killer has come to see if he can do it one more time here. Good camaraderie between these guys. They're from the same nation. But all that will go out of the window tomorrow night and one man will leave as champion. Look at the forearms of these two athletes. Kazakhstan bringing us the very best in the world. Steel Morozov and Alishan Muratov will collide tomorrow night at East versus West 23. And we move to another world title matchup here on this stellar card. This time in the men's lightweight division, to be contested by two standouts in the division. Firstly, this man hails from and is representing Lithuania. He is a multiple national European and world champion. Welcome, Mariette Tarasete. His opponent hails from and is representing Russia. He is the reigning and defending East versus West lightweight champion of the world. Raise it up and welcome Artur Makarov. Artur Makarov, Mindaugas Terasaitis. Real aesthetic difference here. Real difference in the approach to the matchup for these athletes. The cerebral, dark, sarcastic, sinister athlete from Lithuania. He will piece you apart mentally and physically. But does he have the power to overcome the champion? What a match in prospect there. Goes down tomorrow night for the lightweight championship of the world. And another match for the world title is in the welterweight division. It is match number 11 on our card and is on the right hand over 7 rounds of arm wrestling. I would like you to welcome firstly, representing Ukraine, the man with few words. He is known as Manifesta! Alex Teliatnik of Ukraine, Manifesta in the house, and he will try to grasp the world title from a man who has defended it more than any other athlete in East versus West history. He hails from and is representing Georgia and is the reigning and defending champion of the world, Tapet Samushia. The calm, collected David Samushia, the aggressive, hungry, and defiant Manifesta. Ukraine has sent its very best to try to capture the world title in the men's welterweight division. Tomorrow, we get the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup for the world title in the welterweight. And it is not done as we move into the men's 115 kilogram class, once again for the right hand championship of the world. Firstly, welcome the challenger. He hails from and is representing Russia. He is a multiple national, European and world champion and is known as Ivan Matyashenko. Calm, understated and humble Ivan Matyashenko, but he carries a sinister threat with him to the arm wrestling table. He will need to, because the man he faces brings power unbound all the way from the United States of America. He is a former WAF world champion, multiple US national champion, and is also the reigning and defending EVW champion of the world. Easy Money, Dave Chafee. Easy Money, Dave Chafee, slimmed and trimmed. He went from the super heavyweight to the underwear model in one foul swoop. And he may have dropped body weight, but he has not dropped power, and it is on. Easy Money will defend the title against the threat represented by Ivan Matyashenko for the championship of the world here at East versus West 23. And as the weight class gets bigger, the athletes get bigger, and the matches get bigger. And ladies and gentlemen, the athletes don't get much bigger in any sport than this man. He is firstly making his way to the stage and is representing proudly his home nation of the United States of America. He is the four-time world's strongest man. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Shaw! Strength icon Brian Shaw stands at the stage waiting for the introduction of this athlete. He is a YouTube and internet sensation and is one of the most recognized strength influencers on the planet. He is also on home soil and will bring huge support into this match. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Leonidas Arcona! Leonidas Arcona gets up close and personal with Brian Shaw for the first time, and you can see that there is a size difference. Arcona looks straight into the eyes of one of the biggest men in the world, and it will be decided here in Cologne, Germany, at East versus West 23. A massive matchup. Shaw and Arcona collide tomorrow night. EVWsports.com, ladies and gentlemen, get your pay-per-view and do not miss this clash of the titans. Only one more match to introduce now, and it is the main event of the evening here at East versus West 23. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, welcome this man making his way to the stage. He hails from and is representing Russia. He is known as the Siberian Bear, Vitaly Laletin. The towering figure of Vitaly Laletin, the Siberian Bear, casts an ominous shadow of the super heavyweight division, but he will face the most internationally recognized arm wrestler of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Soldier Boy, Superman, from the frozen north of Canada, It is on the main event of East versus West 23 tomorrow night is on the right arm. Canada, represented by No Limits Devon Larratt, and he will face the Siberian Bear, who towers over the sport and he's looking to cast his shadow onto the biggest prize in the sport, the open class. Larratt, it is on. Tomorrow night, ladies and gents, East versus West 23. On behalf of everyone here at EBW, I would like to say thank you very much for your support tonight. We will see you tomorrow night.